Hey everybody, it's KW, the Blue Collar Worker, back at it with a new video. Today's video is going to be about you can't turn around your problems being a victim. And the reason I say that is because, I got a great opportunity to do something really great. And it seemed like once I got the opportunity to do it, I find myself being a victim. And what I want to do is figure out how can I turn this around. My special guest is Talib Elbey. He's an author, and we're gonna dive into that. Talib, what do you think about um, being a victim? Is that something natural people do? It's like um, is it like you feeling sorry for yourself, or is it like you just when things just don't go well, you feel as though you're a victim?
Well, I don't think any form of misery, in my opinion, is natural. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a artificial
Mm-hmm.
condition put upon a divine being. I don't think any part of misery is natural, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as being a victim, it all depends on your perception.
Mm-hmm.
It's become a cliche, but perception is reality. It all depends on
Mm-hmm.
how you view life.
Mm-hmm.
Glass half full, half empty.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as life itself, everybody gets hit in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So how you respond after that determines how you go after that.
And that's my thing, because here I am, I'm feeling like a victim. I got that defeatist attitude because things aren't going well, and it's like I don't have a plan. Everything in disarray, and it's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna continue to feel victimized, or are you gonna come up with a plan to make things better? Are you gonna get rid of that self doubt and wake up and do the right thing with yourself?
Right. Well, it's a thin line. It's a thin line between everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's a thin line between self doubt and wise observation. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, a wise man changes his mind often.
Mm-hmm.
A fool is obstinate all the time.
Mm.
So
Yeah, that's kind of deep.
so the only thing that's permanent is change.
Mm-hmm.
Just the only thing that's permanent is change.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that stays the same is that nothing will, which means that it'll all come back to what it was. So, at the end of the day, it all depends on how you view yourself and how you want to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, everybody has something that they came here to fix,
Mm-hmm.
came here to do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a purpose here.
Mm-hmm.
So figure that out and live it.
Because what I want to do is, I say, once I realized that I'm making myself a victim. I said, well, now you got to get out of victimhood. And then, so how do you get out of victimhood? Well, I said, well, why don't I do this? Why don't I make a plan, right? Look at my past accomplishments and say, well, hey, you've been down this road before. So, what makes this challenge any different than the other ones? You already been there. So you should be able to say, hey, okay, let's put a plan down on how we gonna do things, and then just take it from there.
Like I said, at the end of the day, it depends on what do you really want out of life, man. What do you want, and what are you willing to do to have that? And then really everything encompasses itself in those two questions, because once you find out, really your want should be to live your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Once you find out what that is, whatever it is the Creator has blessed you with, has gifted you with, you're supposed to use that as some way to help elevate your own status as well as those around you. So, what are you doing what are you doing? 9 times out of 10, anxiety, I heard wise men say this, anxiety is a call to action.
Mm-hmm. I
So
like
if
that.
you're feeling some type of way, it's because you got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to figure it out, sit and meditate with yourself. Ask yourself this question. What am I supposed to be doing? You'd be amazed how quick, if you really focus on the questions you ask yourself, because your mind is very brilliant. Everything that's designed in this world came out of a human mind. So that shows you how great you are. Because like they say, if the lion is the king of the jungle, but his mother taught him everything he knows, then who is she?
Right.
So you
I like that, man. I never quite heard that before. I never heard that.
So
you say, if he's the king of the jungle,
but his mother taught him everything.
Everything he knows.
Who is she?
Who is she?
So you gotta understand that you have the capability to solve any problem and equation that comes your way.
And I think is once you realize that that you're taking that defeatist attitude, you can work on it. Because it's like I'm victim. That hey, things aren't going right. So now I'm a victim. No, you're not a victim if this is something you asked for.
Right.
So now you get the challenge. So now you have to say, okay, so now you're going to deal with it now. And then what I figured out, Talib, is just putting it on paper. Just putting it on paper, making a plan and saying, hey, okay, so this is going to be done this way, this is going to be done that way, and then eventually everything will come around and you'll be okay because, I found myself doing that, and for the first day in 14 days, I realized that, hey, dude, this is what you're doing. So now let's work on this. Let's figure out a plan. Let's look at past accomplishments, and then and that now it's kind of giving you something to go by because you conquered some things.
But you notice everything is starting with yourself, though. You're not really like I said, it all starts with self, man. Like I said, the greatest motivation that can be had is self-motivation. Now, we all draw inspiration from other things, but at the end of the day, you have to find that resolve within yourself. And you have to get up off that ground. And you have to be mindful of how you talk to yourself.
That's right.
Because words are very important.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Because if you put negative thoughts in your mind, well, you're gonna get negative reactions.
Right, and we have to understand the association that comes with these words. Now, you say the word victim. And what comes with being a victim? You get taken advantage of. You get beat down. You know what I mean? So if you put in that spirit, whatever word, everything has a spirit. Everything comes with a spirit, including words. Right. It came from a spirit. So whatever spirit, whatever word you taking on the spirit of that word. So you taking on the contract that comes with that. Because there's two types of contracts. It's written and it's oral.
Okay.
So whatever you accept, I heard a wise man say this: whatever you pick up, you gotta hold that. Especially if you know what it is you picked up.
I like that.
So be mindful of what you're picking up out here.
That's right. That's right. So so my thing is now I'm gonna work on it in a different manner to conquer my defeatist attitude and say, hey, you're a winner, you're going to do what you need to do to conquer what you need to conquer, and you're going to wash away all the negativity.
Right, well,
Sorry about that.
Right. Well, like I say, man, evil and negativity is two different things. Negativity, you can work with negativity. Evil, you just got to eradicate that. So the evil of every man is his own self-doubt and self-weakness. Negativity is just part of your personality, man. Everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not supposed to like you. Whores, everybody likes whores. You're not supposed to be liked by everybody.
That's true.
That's the difference between a tool and an instrument. Masters play instruments. Everybody can use a tool. So you're not supposed to be a tool. You're an instrument of something greater. You're not supposed to be just a tool.
So how do you deal with when things aren't going well in your plan? What would you say is your answer to that?
Well, every man should have a philosophy, something that he lives by. So, in my studies, it says Allah is the best of planners. Man plans, but Allah always succeeds in the end. So, with that said, Allah could be another word for your intuition, because that's the voice of God. So stick with yourself, which is the sacred eternal life force. Now talk about your ego, talk about your intuition, your imagination, your intellect. Stick with that, you always gonna win.
Right, I appreciate that. Well, Talib, again, I appreciate you coming out, talking to me.
Appreciate you.
And what's the title of your new book that you have out?
The latest book is called The Torch: A Guide to Self.
Okay, and what is that about?
It's basically a conglomerate of different information. law, history, and culture. You know,
Okay.
I myself am a Moorish American, so it's basically encompassing there's a plethora of historical facts,
Wow.
sociological details that can help you if you take it serious and apply it.
Okay, and then you got 2 other books out too, right?
Yes, I have the first book is called Isonomy, the Great Masonic Secret, Master Keys. That specifically is jurisprudence, law, and history, stuff like that. The second book is more of it's called Holistic Philosophy. Excuse me, it's called Holistic Philosophy 101. It's basically a conglomerate of practices used to open up and get in tune with your natural self.
Oh wow, man!
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Self-healing.
Yeah, I looked at the books are beautiful. The covers are beautiful, and I looked at the wording and everything. It looked like
Thank you.
a lot of effort was put into those books.
Thank
You know, you can look at the quality of them. So so if y'all ever want a great book to read,
Thank you.
this is the guy right here. And
Carl, you wrote a book as well.
that's right. Why did I become a landlord? You know, and it was a great book. I have not written anything since that. I kind of enjoy doing my videos instead. But we all have our strengths and weaknesses and things that we love to do. So I'm gonna close on this point. Unless it's something traumatic that happened in your life and that happens, but if it's things that you can change, that you don't want, you have self-doubt about yourself, or you feel that your life is in disarray, you can actually change it. It may take a little time, but you can. And just tell yourself, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. And Talib, I'm gonna leave it on that note. If you got anything to say before we close it out, feel free to do it.
Never doubt that you can be better than what you was yesterday. There's no saying what man has done, man can do. There's nobody above you and there's nobody beneath you. You be yourself, man.
My man. So that's all I have for you. Again, this is KW, the Blue Collar Worker, back at it with a new video. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Take care, guys.
Peace.